What's going on, guys? ChaseWins.com. Tuesday, November the 30th, the final day of November, closing out yet another great month of winning, of profit, and then getting ready to kick off the 12th and final month of what's been so far a fantastic 2021. And I guess we should all, be blessed and thank God that we actually got to go through all of 2021 with no further sports shutdowns or having teams or certain sports not play because of COVID, all that nonsense. So thank God for that, and I guess let's hope that it stays that way. Did not do a video yesterday, but there was for good reason, and if everybody watched the Sunday video, you know why. We were supposed to get it done yesterday, but it ended up being that it's being done as we speak. The office has finally gotten its fiber optic internet now. So while we were paying for the fastest internet money could buy, about 2 years ago, contractors came out all around the city from where we were at, down in the flats, like South Point area there, where they were putting fiber optic underground. So we were like, awesome, we get fiber optic. We didn't know that they would put it underground, and it would be 2 years before they would start actually activating this fiber optic internet for the businesses and I guess residents that are somewhat on the outskirts of where we're at. But finally, we got a notice last week that it would be getting done. It was supposed to get done yesterday, but they had to bring the modems that they brought out, they were 3 short, even though we told them we needed 5. So that is being done as we speak. So that's going to make the video time go a hell of a lot faster. The upload times allow us to get back to doing the live shows the way that we wanted to do them when we first started, having the speed and the quality, and there be no lag time or buffering or just shit quality. Won't be any more of that. I know a lot of people were glad to see me back in the physical office on Sunday's video, and I told you that going forward that would probably be how it was, because now everything's getting back into its normal daily routine. But one more time, I had to do one on the fly just because of how busy we are for today. So anyway, for all the newcomers, if you are new, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell that way, because there is no set time these videos go out. On the days that we do free play videos, they could come out in the morning, the afternoon, the night before. You don't know. We could put one out and it could be 4 hours before the play goes off, or 24 hours. We want you to know that the video is up the second that it goes up, and sometimes just being subscribed doesn't tell you that. So we want you to know, that way you have the ability to watch the video, gain the information, get the play, and have plenty of time to get on that wager well before the game starts. And of course, anything else in the video, whether we're running a promotion or a sale, we want you to be able to get that and utilize that as well. What's the point in running a sale if people don't know about it once it's out? So make sure you do that for all of our longtime subscribers and followers. God, I'm sorry about that, son. Thank you as always for coming back. It's going to be another good video. I've actually got quite a few plays that I've been going over today. I don't know why Tuesdays have been such big cards here of the last 7-8 weeks, but every single Tuesday, or 6 out of the last 7 Tuesdays, the Tuesday card has been bigger than any other day, Monday through Friday. I don't know why that is. It's not normal, just historically, but that's the way it's been. We haven't had a single losing Tuesday in 11 Tuesdays straight. So Tuesdays has been a day to look forward to for a lot of people, especially here over the last couple of months. But anyway, another big Tuesday in store. Got a lot of picks that we're looking into, multiple sports obviously, but there's already been 4 plays locked down that are going to be on tonight's card for sure, and then another 5 plays in which I have all but locked down. One of them for sure that I'm going to give you out for free, and I'm also going to give you 2 more that I may have the chance to make the card. I believe at least one of them will. So I'm going to give you 3 free plays at some point in this video, but I wanted to go over a couple of things. Number one, the 25 days of Christmas that we always run from December 1st all the way until Christmas Day, where we do a different sale each day. And again, it's not going to be like Black Friday or anything where pretty much everything's on sale. You just go take your pick of what you want. It's going to be one sale every day for 25 days, and it's going to be different every day. So if, let's say we have a game of the month in NBA next week. Well, we might do, all right, game of the month, it's usually $99. We're going to do 25% off or 30% off or whatever it is. And then the next day it might be 25% off a week pass or 25% off of a 3-day pass. Half price on a daily top play, something like that. So make sure that every day you're tuning into the videos, if there is one, Twitter, that way, because you'll get to see that. Make sure you're on our email list, and you've created an account at chasewins.com. If you create an account, you will automatically get every email that we send out, letting you know when plays are posted, letting you know when there's promotions. The email list is how people find out first. That's first and foremost what goes out, because obviously all of our all access clients get those as well. So that's coming up starting tomorrow. And so we're excited about that. I'm not going to tell you what the first sale is yet, because truth be told, we haven't fully decided. We're weighing the options between 3 of them, but there will be, a lot, and a lot of this stuff is short term too. There will be some long-term sales, but again, it's spread out over 25 days. So it'll be 25 different sales for 25 straight days, ending on Christmas Day. So that's number one. Number two, one of the things that I've been asked at least 100 times over the past, 3 years. And this is usually coming from people who, my bad, I just need to adjust something. Either are all access clients, or they're getting ready to become all access clients after they've been on some short-term stuff and we've built their bankroll up to where now they can afford it, it's justified, and they know that they'd be spending money they don't have to keep buying short-term stuff. Been asked 1,001 times if I would be willing for, just a lump sum of money. I've been offered different amounts, some very enticing, to just do one-on-one coaching, basically, to teach, that individual how to do this, how to do it for a living, how they can either become a professional sports bettor or something where they do full-time, where they make that their 9 to 5, basically. Become successful at it. Hell, even some people that have larger bankrolls and, they're ready to retire, they want to use it to retire or become wealthy, or again, there's a multitude of reasons why somebody would want to. And I know a lot of people watching this, obviously, you probably do it for fun or a hobby. Our long-term people, obviously, they take this very seriously, and most of you not only make a true secondary source of income, we have about 60% of our all access clients make more off of what they do when they're investing in sports than they do at their 9 to 5, because they're making, well into the 6 figures off of this annually, but they follow it to a T. They only bet our games. They bet them exactly the way that we say to. They don't steer away from our system, the way that we lay things out. They don't do that. And every year they get to reap the benefits and the rewards of doing so. But I've always said no, that I wouldn't do the one-on-one. Number one, I don't know when I would find the time. Number two, this isn't something you can just crack the code at. This isn't something where I can say, listen, I know some secret that you don't, and if I were to just tell you that secret, that's going to unlock the ability for you to take this from something that you do as a hobby part-time to something that you do, as your full-time job. It's not it. The reason that Vegas exists and the reason that Vegas is what it is because 99.99999% of people don't know what they're doing. And it's not the fact that they don't understand sports betting, or that they don't understand how certain things work, or that they don't understand a sport. It's that most don't understand it like they think they understand it. And most don't understand all of it. Is this a numbers-based, industry? Of course. Anything to do with numbers is purely numbers-based. This is a numbers-based business, just like any type of investing is. It's based on numbers from a market standpoint, and of course it's based on numbers from a financial standpoint, because that's all finances are, is numbers. But a lot of people who are like, well, I'm good at math. Okay, so is my 7th grader. You know, so is my 3rd grader. They're really good at math. They don't understand what I do. They couldn't do it if they tried. So it's not about just being good at math. You've got to, number one, you've got to be extremely good with numbers. But that can be taught. If you're even remotely good at numbers, that can be taught. You have to understand how markets work. That's why we have, you know, out of our 5 biggest clients, 3 of them work on Wall Street. All 3 of them are traders by some form or fashion, whether they're more long-term type wealth management traders. And our biggest client to date, somebody that is, you know, beyond loaded, he doesn't need to do this. This has taken him beyond his wildest dreams. He's a commodities trader. He trades gold, silver, soybeans, coffee, oranges, things like that. He trades commodities. He trades them for a hedge fund and he trades them for his own personal account. On average, a profitable day for him is about $28,000 in pay. He is a multi-millionaire. Obviously, there's losing days in it too, but every month, he hasn't had a single month since, you know, the crash of 2008 where he didn't make over 6 figures. Think about that. He's making over $3 million a year as a commodities trader. And now he has figured out, by working with me since 2017 or 2018, he's able to make just as much off of this. The only thing that hurts him sometimes is when books start to limit him based on very long winning streaks for how much he's wagering. So, he can go out and make someone's year's salary in a weekend like it's nothing, but he has the bankroll to do it. And it didn't start like that. When he came to me and finally got, and decided to pull the trigger, he put back a $10,000 bankroll. That's all he was going to risk. We took that $10,000 bankroll just in baseball, and from the start of baseball season all the way to the start of the playoffs, it grew to almost $60,000. He put everything back into his bankroll. He was sitting with $10,000, then he was sitting with just over $60,000, and that's when he decided to go ahead, dump more money into it, go all access, start with a $100,000 bankroll, and now he's making well over 6 figures annually, and all he has to do is check an email and spend, 15, 20 minutes a day putting in plays at most. Some days it doesn't even take that long. But he knows how to shop lines now. He knows how to look for value. He knows how to watch certain things in the market. And we have another, client, perfect example, was all he wanted to do. He's a big hockey guy. That's all he cares about. Now, he's an all-access client, so he bets every play that we give out, whether it be soccer, baseball, basketball, football. He bets it all. Makes plenty of money doing that. But he loves hockey so much that he really wanted to learn the ins and outs. Again, another Wall Street guy. He understands markets. So when I compared them to Wall Street and showed him how similar they are, where they're almost a mirror image of one another, he truly almost within a week, he learned how to read the market, to understand the market, how it moves, what makes it move. Obviously money makes it move, but what type of money? Why a certain amount, certain times? Why it may make it move the opposite way, even though money is put on the side of where it should be going opposite, it's doing the opposite. Why is that? There is a reason. And again, it's not something that I'm going to talk about here, because all these other handicappers out there, they don't know it. And I'm certainly not going to tell it just so they can go back and mimic what I say. But anyway, can we take somebody and make them a professional sports bettor? Sure, if they want to commit. But they have to be willing to commit to doing it the right way and turning it into something that they're willing to put the time and effort into. So what we're going to do is I am going to start offering, obviously I can't do hundreds of people at a time. I'm going to start with 5 or 10 people, because I have hired somebody now. Well, I shouldn't say I've hired somebody. There's somebody's been with me for about 5 years, and I trust them now enough to go pull information for me. So I'm not having to be the one pulling it every day, because I know that they're not going to go out and, just show people what I look at, why I look at it, how I look at it, so on and so forth. And truth be told, they don't know all the ins and outs of it either. They just know how to get the information, what I look at, and what I need, so they can get it for me. That frees up almost 5 hours of time every day for me. So what I'm going to do is do one-on-one coaching for the people that are interested, that whether they want to learn how to do just one particular sport that might be their favorite, or whether it be every American sport, but something where I can show them how to truly do this the right way. Obviously, they're still going to want to get my plays, but there might also be things they want to look at, like prop bets they want to look at on a daily basis. You know, certain things like that, long shots, futures, things like that we don't talk about on a daily basis. Obviously, I give them out, but not every day. They want to look at it and then add just another stream of income, another source of revenue through all this, and they want to start converting this to their full-time gig. We've done it for people before, we can do it again. But the one-on-one coaching of finding out how much you have to start with a bankroll, and it doesn't matter if it's $1,000 or $100,000. We will show you what your unit size needs to be, what to bet on every game, how to leverage certain things, why sometimes you'll see me go a week with no underdog plays and then 2 weeks where underdogs are 80% of what I bet. It's all about going long or short on something based on the way things are going. Why I look at, referees or umpires or, officiators in certain sports and why I don't in others, why it matters, why certain forms of travel matter and some don't. All these different things that come into play. There's a reason why you watching this, you're not successful at sports betting, because you can look at all the things in the world statistically and analytically, and you might know a lot about it, but you're not even scratching the surface of what you have to know and what you have to dive into to understand what, number one, what truly is an edge, and to how to spot an edge when it's there, so that you can then invest, understand what type of investment it needs to be, and understand how to go about that. And then that way, when you go out there and you're winning, you're making more money than you probably could have in any other, investment known to man. You might have a losing week where you lose a lot more than you win, but that losing week, or that week where everything goes south, isn't going to matter in the long run because of the profit that you make. So again, I'm going to start doing it for 4 or 5 people. If it's something that you're interested in, obviously by doing that, and I'm not going to charge 25 grand or anything. That's actually what I was offered by one guy. I would make it, obviously affordable by, it would be less than an all-access pass cost, but you would also become an all-access member by doing so you get all those plays, and it allows you to make that money back and start building profit where I can guide you through everything. We'll have calls multiple times a week, one-on-one, just you and I, for probably 45 minutes to an hour at a time. We'll probably do some Zoom calls face-to-face. We'll go over absolutely anything and everything to where until you feel comfortable and you see the proof in the pudding. And then when you're ready, I'm going to fly out to wherever you are or meet you, whether it be Atlantic City or Vegas or, anywhere. And we're going to have a betting weekend where I'm going to show you how you can go out and make more in a weekend than you can in a month at a normal job because of everything you've learned. So if that's something that you're interested in, reach out to me on Twitter @PicksChase. We can go over it. Again, some people are more experienced than others, so you might only need it for 90 days or 6 months. Some people, most people are probably going to need it for a full year, and that's the services that I'm going to be willing to do it. We'll have everything set up where we have calls at least twice a week, video calls and phone calls. We'll be doing a lot of emailing, personal back and forth, a lot of texting back and forth. You'll have my personal cell number, and it'll be one-on-one coaching for that year to show you how to do this and to show you what it really takes. And again, you'll make the money back on the plays that you get. And you may decide after a year that it's not something that you want to do all year round full time, but if it's something that you want to do just during a certain season, like football season, and how you can go even beyond what I give out by looking at a different avenue of plays and bets, and you can get them. So if you're interested in one-on-one coaching of learning how to be able to do this for a living, do this full time, and actually do it and become successful at it, and you're willing to commit to doing it the right way and not veering off the path and going and betting plays from 10 other people and going against, your bankroll management that we set up for you. If you're not willing to commit to that, then don't do it, because it's not worth my time or your time. But to start, I'm going to let a handful of people do it. We'll see how it goes. And if it's going well, then obviously we'll bring more people on board. And that'll be more people that I hire that free up some of my time. But we'll just see how it goes. Reach out on Twitter @PicksChase. Obviously, I'll make it very affordable where it would be less than you would spend to buy plays. And that way you get one-on-one coaching plus every play that I have. So, and you would get them in any form that you want because you would be dealing with me one-on-one, not through a website or anything. Obviously, you would be a member of the site because that's how you would need to pay. But, you know, you wouldn't have to rely on that because you and I would be talking one-on-one every day. But anyway, that's something that, again, people have asked me about for a few years. I've said no until here, you know, just today, but I've decided to give it a go, and we'll see how it goes and see how many people. I know most of you watching this have a dream to be able to, you know, want to do that one day. Well, let's make it a reality for the people that are actually committed to it. So, excuse me. Now, just to give you an idea as far as underdogs go, just in the last week, because again, I don't do, you know, you hear all these sports bettors that go, oh, I had a couple of bad days, I'm going to regroup and change the way that I'm doing some things. That just goes to show you right there, they don't know what they're doing. I have never or will never change the way I do something. I don't care if I have a losing day, a losing week, or a losing year, which I've never had, but again, you get the point. You stay the course because it works, it makes money, but you have to be diligent. But there can be times where I don't have a single underdog play for 2 weeks because I'm long, you know, I'm making long investments on favorites because that's the smart money right there based on the sport, based on the way things are going, based on the matchups, based on the travel, based on all of the circumstances. Same goes where I might go short on it, on favorites, then I might go short on underdogs, and I might be bouncing back and forth based on the way the market's moving and the way things are going in the sport. But I've been long on underdogs here recently for about the past 3 weeks. And last week, over the last 7 days, including last night through college basketball, nothing proves that more than what I've done over the last week. Just to give you an idea of underdogs, over the last 7 days, obviously today's not included because the picks aren't out yet, but over the last 7 days, just the amount of underdogs I have given out are 24. 24 underdogs in the past 7 days. To give you an idea of what they were, there were 2 in the NFL. The Broncos and the Packers. Packers plus 2.5, Broncos plus 3. Both on Sunday, just a couple days ago. Both of them cover, both of them win outright. My underdogs don't just cover. If they cover, that's fine, it's a cash. My underdogs win outright. And if you go out and look at, you know, an ESPN or a Yahoo or all of these sites that tell you win probability based on 1,000 different statistics, the Green Bay Packers and the Broncos both had less than a 30% chance of winning per these statistics and less than a 40% chance of covering the spread. And I found the edge in both of them that showed both of them being outright winners in this game, having the edge. So we took them both and they both cashed. And that's just in the NFL. Now you talk about NCAA, went 1-1. Ole Miss plus 3, South Carolina plus 12. Ole Miss outright winner, South Carolina got destroyed. So went 1-1 there. NBA 3-1, Kings plus 2. That was a free play that I gave you. Hornets money line plus 125. Brooklyn money line plus 120. That one lost, unfortunately. Portland plus 2, 3-1 there. All of these were underdogs that had no chance statistically based on all of the experts and these computer systems and algorithms that everybody talks about. NCAA basketball was the biggest one. 16 total underdog plays in the last 7 days. I'll run through them real fast. Pitt plus 3, that was a loss. Coastal plus 4, outright winner. Coastal money line on the same game plus 155, obviously a winner. Florida Gulf Coast plus 6, outright winner. Tulane plus 3, outright winner. Bowling Green plus 3, outright winner. Tennessee Tech plus 2.5, outright winner. Coastal plus 8, they lost by 7, so we lost that one. Towson plus 3, Towson moneyline plus 130 on that same game, obviously outright winner. Missouri plus 3, that was a loser. Kansas City plus 5, not only was it an outright winner, it was a blowout by 20-something points. St. Francis, PA plus 3, outright winner. Ohio State plus 3, outright winner just the other day. Columbia plus 3, that was a loser. Last night, Grand Canyon plus 4, an outright winner. 12-4 just in NCAA underdogs in the past 7 days. 18-6 in underdogs over the past 7 days. A 76% underdogs, plenty of plus money, over 14 units of pure profit right there. Think about that. That's just in underdogs. Nothing to do with totals, nothing to do with favorites, nothing to do with props. That's just the profit off underdogs in the last 7 freaking days. You cannot beat that. That shows you how long on underdogs we are here recently and how much money it is making. So anyway, let's get on some free plays for tonight. A couple of underdogs for you. We'll start with the late game. I'm not going to break this one down a ton because I could go into why the Lakers are probably more of a long bet to fade over as they have been over the past week and probably will be for what I project to be probably at least the next 7 to 10 days. Again, don't take that as law because things can change at the drop of a dime, especially with individual players who are making the Lakers, more of a fade right now, in the long, kind of in the long term. But Sacramento tonight +4 is too juicy to pass up because as of right now, where the statistics per ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports show, while they're at about a 71% advantage as far as winning this game and about a 59% advantage of covering this spread, I've actually got Sacramento as a 59% outright winner in my system and a 68% chance of covering this spread. And every single edge out of the 4 main categories that I have in the NBA, where I take about 8 or 9 different categories to make up one category and then give it an overall grade. All 4 categories have Sacramento with the edge tonight. 3 out of the 4 have the edge with an outright win. So I'm taking Sacramento +4 tonight. College basketball, another one that I really, really like tonight is, and everybody's going to ask about this game if I don't talk about it, so I might as well. It hasn't made the premium card yet because I'm still waiting on some information on Duke. But if everything comes the way that I think it will and I hope, I really do believe that this could, not only that this would be a premium play, but this one, there's a solid edge in this one. And it's taking Ohio State tonight +2.5 over Duke in a game that not only that can they win outright, I think if things keep trending the way that they are based on certain players, and just going into this game, what each team has left in the tank, the motivation that each team has, and certain abilities that one team has where another team is struggling to stop it, I think that Ohio State has the ability to win this game outright by 5+ points, and I think sticking the 2.5 points in your back pocket with Ohio State is a smart play. Again, at the moment, Sacramento is a premium play. Ohio State's not just yet. I still need a little bit of information before I lock it in as one. So if you want to wait, if you're on the premium plays, you can wait till those plays come out to make your decision. And if it is, you'll know what to wager. If you're not on them and you're not going to get on them, just, I guess, to be safe right now, since it's not officially a premium play, lock it in as a lean and bet, half of whatever your normal 1 unit is for Ohio State to take down Duke +2.5. And then out of the next 3, I'm going to give you another underdog. And again, do I think Syracuse is a better team than Indiana? No, and I do think Indiana will go farther this year than Syracuse, as I think most teams in the Big Ten will probably go farther than most teams in the ACC, believe it or not. But tonight, I think Syracuse has got the edge. Right now, Indiana's really, really struggling with the way, like that 3-2 zone that Syracuse runs and they've been running, that Jim Boeheim effect. He's one of the best defensive-minded college basketball coaches in history. I've just noticed where it's just trending more and more prolific over the past 3 games, where Indiana, the better the zone defense gets, the harder they struggle, the more fast breaks they allow, the more careless fouls they commit, the more times the team goes to the line, and ultimately the more points they give up. Truth be told, by ratings and by overall talent, I've got these teams, almost neck and neck with each other. I've got at this moment, is in my top 50. Both teams are in my top 50. I've got Syracuse ranked 2 spots higher than Indiana, just based, and truth be told, Indiana should be there. But just based on the way things have gone over the past week, Syracuse has kind of toppled over them a little bit. And while I think that Indiana will end up better than Syracuse, not only just overall, but at least by 10 spots in my rankings when all is said and done, I just think tonight that with what they're doing, the points Indiana's giving up, that if Syracuse really comes to play, and they come to play the right way, and they want to clamp down, and they take smart, they don't get up and rush their free throws, and they have a solid night of free throw shooting, that not only do I think they win this game, I think they can create separation enough to have a very comfortable win. So by the fact that they're catching 3 whole points in a game that, truth be told, they should be giving 3 points, I think it's a no-brainer. So I would take Syracuse plus the 3 as a premium play. And then if you also want to sprinkle as a little fun money play, have something a little extra, you could take Syracuse on the money line plus $1.35 as something small. So there you go, guys. That right there, that's 3 plays for you. 2 premium, 1 almost premium, and then 1 lean for you on a money line. 3 underdogs, all 4 underdogs, and you can go out there and watch those cash. But anyway, guys, be ready for the 12 days of Christmas. Again, everybody was excited to see videos from back in the office on Sunday. And even on Sunday, people were talking crap going, oh, you lost a big game in the NFL on Sunday night. But you know what? We cashed in the game of the week in the NHL. And we also won the top play in college basketball in Villanova. So even though, yes, we dropped that 1 play, it didn't matter in the end because we still picked up over 5 units of profit when you count everything. A winning day in the NHL at 2-0 with the game of the week. We had a winning day outside of that, 1 big NFL play, the premium card as far as NFL, 2-0, both underdogs. Another big day with a top play winner in college basketball, picking up over 5 units of pure profit for Sunday, even with a big game losing. That's what we do here at ChaseWins.com, and that's why if you are not a member and you're not a client, you're missing out. We got deals starting at only $49 for 3 days. We've got the 25 days of Christmas coming up starting tomorrow. And make sure if you are interested in doing a one-on-one program with me, you will be an all-access member during that program where you would get every all-access play company-wide. That's even games of the week, month, and year. NASCAR when it starts back up in February. But you would also get one-on-one coaching, bankroll management, how to grow your bankroll. And I would walk you through it step by step, watch it grow with you, and then end it off with us meeting in either AC or Vegas or somewhere for a huge weekend to be able to lay some serious money down and show you how you can turn this from something that you do part-time for a little bit of side money or even a hobby, I guess you could say, to something that you could do full-time and something that's sustainable as long as you're willing to make the commitment. Reach out to me on Twitter. I love you guys. Sorry for the long video, but had a lot to go over. Be back tomorrow with a normal length video, even more free plays, and kicking off the 25 days of Christmas and the last month of what's been another great year before we get into 2022. I love you guys. Good luck to everybody tonight on your investments. And guys, trade the market well, trade it smart, be diligent. And for everybody that follows our picks and everything that we do, we'll get to see you in the winner's circle. See you guys.